are ways to make an avoidant miss you that actually work. And most people won't use them because they feel wrong, not unethical, uncomfortable. They force you to stop explaining, stop managing, and stop chasing relief. So I'm going to walk you through these taboo ways, and I'm also going to tell you what they will cost, because the cost is going to be giving up comfort, your comfort and control, and most people cannot tolerate that. And these work if you're in no contact, and also they work if you need to see your avoidant for whatever reason. You have kids together, school, work, etc. So the first taboo is not explaining yourself when you easily could. And this one feels very wrong because most people think, well, if I just explain it better, they'll finally understand. Will they? Will they, though? Avoidants don't experience explanations as closeness. They experience them as pressure, as emotional demands, as loss of autonomy. And Robert Greene talks about this without ever mentioning dating. He says, power leaks the more you try to explain yourself, or the more you explain yourself. So when you stop correcting misunderstandings, when you stop defending your intentions, when you stop narrating your feelings, you let absence do the talking for you. And this works because their mind fills in the gap. Curiosity replaces relief. Instead of dismissing you, they replay you. And this feels taboo because it removes control from you. And that's exactly why it works. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Lucia. I am a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. And welcome back to my beautiful no contact army. Have you been a good little soldier and stayed in no contact? I certainly hope so. Okay. Taboo number 2 is becoming unavailable without announcing it. So this is not ghosting. It's not punishment. It's not a dramatic no contact speech. Well, I'm going to no contact. Shut up. Don't say, I need space. I'm focusing on myself. I'm going no contact, as I just said. You simply become less available. You respond less. Your tone stays neutral. You stop emotionally chasing. So fewer responses and a neutral tone. And this is taboo because people are taught communication is healthy. But avoidants read announced distance as personal, as this is about you. Unannounced distance, which is what I'm telling you to do, feels like I might actually lose access. So it feels destabilizing. And destabilization creates curiosity. And that's when the missing begins. And this is where people panic. And it's not because they don't understand what to do, but because their nervous system can't tolerate not doing something. The illusion of action, right? Taboo number 3, stop orienting your mood around them. And this one almost feels cruel, but it isn't. You stop scanning for signs of interest. You stop interpreting silence. You stop letting your mood rise and fall based on their behavior. Otherwise, you're just their little puppet. And here's the key. You don't show this. You embody it. So you're unbothered, the buzzword of the moment. You're detached. You're almost bored. And avoidants are extremely sensitive to emotional pull. And when that pull disappears, they don't feel relief. They feel the vacuum. They feel unnecessary. They feel irrelevant. And that's when missing turns into contact. And that's where coaching actually comes in, because strategy without your nervous system being regulated is going to turn into you white knuckling it and then breaking. And most people don't fail because they don't know the rules. They do. They fail because they can't hold the discomfort long enough for the rules to work. So if you're interested in exploring coaching with me, You can contact me at my website, theartoflove.net/coaching, and we will send you the rates. They are not on the website. And the link to that is underneath every single video and podcast. All right, taboo number 4, letting absence do the talking. Y'all talk too much. Most people talk too much. They explain their worth, they explain their boundaries, they explain their feelings. And Robert Greene, again, put it very simply when he said, always say less than necessary. Burn that into your brain. Always say less than necessary. And this works in business too. Over-explaining lowers your status and gives the other person relief. Avoidants don't miss people who give them relief, okay? They miss people who leave something unresolved. They only process loss after safety is gone. So do not rescue them from missing you. Missing requires discomfort. Someone cannot miss you and feel comfortable at the same time, okay? It's one or the other, so pick a lane. And if you soften the gap too early, they regulate their nervous system, and instead of missing you, they stabilize. So when you stop filling the silence, their mind fills it in for you. That's why absence does the work that words never could. Let your silence and your absence do the quote-unquote dirty work for you. And my Silencio app helps you to stay in no contact so that you stay regulated enough to hold the line and stick to no contact. And we have a bustling community there of people posting their issues, their situations, and everyone else helping and responding. And I love it that it's growing bigger and bigger every day. So check it out. The link is underneath every single video and podcast. And if you want to learn more about no contact, I have my book, nocontactsecrets.com. And you can read 2 free chapters before you purchase the book. Okay, so the last taboo is not taking the bait when they eventually resurface. So avoidants often come back with casual check-ins, logistics, nostalgia, light flirting. They're so predictable. Anything to avoid being vulnerable, right? So the taboo move is don't escalate, don't punish, and don't be too warm. You answer calmly and keep your life moving. And this works because it removes their sense of control and because they expected you to be either available or angry. So calm neutrality is disorienting, and that disorientation turns into rumination. Now, these taboo behaviors only work if they're genuine. If you do them as tactics, avoidants will sense it and they'll backfire and you'll feel worse. So they work when you're regulated, not when you're secretly waiting. And that's why most people can't stick to them. These are boundary-based behaviors that feel taboo because they go against over-communication, emotional labor, and chasing reassurance. Avoidants miss people who don't need them to regulate and who don't collapse when they're absent. That is the real taboo. So you don't need to disappear, you don't need to play games, and you don't need to convince anyone of your worth and value. You just need to stop rescuing them from the experience of losing access to you. So if this resonated with you, then tell me in the comments which of these taboos felt the hardest for you, because that actually tells you exactly what you need to work on. And in the meantime, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future videos or future episodes, and hit the bell notification to make sure you get notifications when a new video is up. And in the meantime, remember, love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.